What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not another damn podcast.
presented by
Our damn
our
selves.
damn selves. Yeah, episode 280. Yes,
280.
280. Let's get the bullshit out of the way before we cut right to the chase, man. Fucking Bears, man. Let's get right into it, man.
Bear down, Chicago Bear.
Bear down being a keyword. Down. Bear down. It's like Bears Vikings 29-22. Bears played a horrible first half. It's like Vikings led 21-3 at halftime. So yeah, Bears got
it was pretty awful.
at halftime. Is like they lucky they squeezed that field goal because there was a lot of 3 and outs in that game. It was like just bad offense. Like, yeah, like you can't even bumbling the snap. Like Justin Fields fumbled on the snap. I was like, yeah, what are y'all doing? It's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like
this is Marcus's reaction. He just goes like this. He's just watching when he does that deep sigh. I'm like, okay, like I already know what that's about when he does that.
Kirk Cousins was just lights out like that first half.
Yeah, he was. He was just
to only be down 21-3 was amazing to me because Kirk Cousins looked like what he looked like the GOAT like in that first half.
He was cooking them. He was cooking them.
Shit. He was like he looked like Brady with the Patriots in his prime. It's like he was just killing. Yeah. Shit. Then the Bears closed the half strong, ended up getting a goal. It's like okay,
momentum turn. Yeah, we was like okay, we was like this looks a little promising now when that happened, and they eventually did take the lead at one point.
Took the lead in the third.
Later in the game.
There was 2 halves because Minnesota just like collapsed in that third quarter. They got nothing. Yeah, I'm looking at the box score now. They got nada. They had a goose egg for that third quarter. So all of the Cousins, like whatever it was, he lost whatever. It was like the monster got his ass.
My secret stuff. I was gonna say that.
Got his ass. He's like because he couldn't do shit in that third quarter. It's
like Mike's secret stuff.
And then he got the sneak at the end. So they took the lead with like 2 minutes and some change. And the Bears still had a timeout. They had a timeout, plus they had the 2-minute warning. So it was like, okay, they can do something, possibly, but of course not. The fucking Bears is like fumble. Or it wasn't even a.
He took the ball from him.
Wasn't a fumble, wasn't an interception. He just took the shit. He
just took the ball from him.
He said, "Give me that shit."
It was. Marcus was like, "Come on!" Like he's like, "Come on, man!" He was like, "Come on!" So he was like.
Me and Feast was like, all you gotta do is get out of bounds, asshole. So
no, you guys did it.
You had it, and so just get out of bounds.
Just get out of bounds because he was like, okay, and I'm like, yeah, he about to get out, and then he just snatched the ball from him. I was like, oh, he's not going to get out of bounds.
I was like, the Bears, mathematically, they still can, they can still do something.
They can still do something.
Like
just
it's not
out of bounds.
Yeah,
it's like, out of bounds. You got the first down. Get out of bounds. That's all you have to do.
That way you save your timeout. Yeah, just get the fuck out of bounds. But man, I just said oh well, on to the next. That's all I posted. I was literally speechless after that game. It's like oh well, on.
Marcus said it doesn't ruin his week anymore because years ago when Cutler played for the Bears, Marcus would not be good. Like if they lost on a Sunday. Then he would start feeling okay by like Wednesday. Like it took him some days. Like he would be
like these Bears.
He would be like Marcus would be like.
I was like on to the next as soon as it happened. I was like, it
would like literally ruin his week.
Still time on the clock. I was already over it and shit. I was like, oh well, on to the next.
It would ruin his week, but now it doesn't ruin his week. And he said I don't let them ruin my week no more. Because back then he was like, yeah, they ruined my week. But now
I don't even remember who it was Smith that got taken. I don't even remember. I think it was Smith that they took the shit away. A Bears. I think it was his ass. I don't remember. That's how
it was awful.
That's how over it was.
He took it. He just snatched it, and it was pretty bad. Like if you guys have a chance, just look it up and see because it was pretty bad.
2-3 now, so there we are.
It's hard being a Bears fan.
Oh my gosh! Sound like Nate Dogg and Snoop and Warren G. The Bears are 2-3. What the fuck's the Bears up 2-3? 2-3. That's where we at right now. But yeah. And let's finish sports since we in it right now. NBA preseason kicked off as well. Bulls looked it could go either way. It's like right now
they look shaky in the first half of the first game when they played the Pelicans. They looked shaky, but then they tried to pull out. They lost by 4. The second game they look good on. They look good versus the Nuggets.
How do you feel about Javonte Green starting? He started that second game.
I was actually out, so like I was watching it on my phone. Like I missed the beginning.
Yeah, people say that's the adjustment. I don't know how I feel about starting.
I don't know about him starting
games at power forward because they going for that undersized look. It looks like again, like they did last season because Pat Williams got hurt very early in the season last year, but this year it seems like that's what Donovan is going with. They had better results with Green in rather than Williams.
Williams, right?
Williams started the first game, they looked shaky. Green started the second one.
And whatchamacallit, maybe he's trying to be like, trade me what? Because Kobe White shot lights out in game 2. He shot lights out. He was everywhere. He had a 4-point play. Like they fouled him and he made the 3.
Kobe White's on a contract year.
Yeah, he was shooting lights out.
Playing for him. The Bulls got a couple of him. Io and is on a contract year too. I got my thoughts about him in a minute. And Vooch is on a contract. So they got quite a few of
Kobe looked good. Kobe did look good in that second game. He looked good. So I'm like, maybe he's like, hey, everybody keep on saying trade me.
He's outplaying a lot of those other guys here now.
So hey, he's trying to get his spot.
I don't like him on the bench. Like
I like him on the bench. I feel like he can be a great 6-man, and it's no shame in being a 6-man. Yeah. Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford. It's been some great 6-men. So
Manu Ginobili.
6-man
right there.
The waiter, Tony,
during the Bulls.
It's been some great 6-men. So I mean, you can have a great career.
To the microwave. Shout out to Bad Boys.
Yeah, you can be. The thing is, everybody ain't gonna be Michael Jordan. Everybody gonna be Kobe. Everybody ain't gonna be LeBron. You gotta find your lane. Stay in your lane. Get in your lane.
Ray Allen was 6-man with the Miami Heat when he hit that up.
There you go.
God, you remember that? Y'all know
like everybody isn't going to be like, I know people look at like James Harden, because James Harden did start as a 6-man, but then he obviously was better. Like, he obviously got promoted up, but
that was a mistake. It's just that's just
everybody ain't going to be them.
Early on, Scott Brooks just was trying that out, but Harden probably should have been starting then.
He should have been starting, definitely. No shade against Tabo, but he should have been starting.
Yeah, I think Harden should have been starting then.
Yes, there's no shade against him. But yeah, he should have been starting. But it's like everybody, that ain't going to be your reality. But just stay in your lane and work what you know.
Getting back to this point guard situation, like it's I don't know, it seems like it's going to be ongoing. Like this Lonzo Ball shit really fucked the season up again. I think
it did,
because he's going to miss quite a bit of time.
He's going to miss a lot.
Coming back until like Christmas is like.
That's what I was going to say.
He's going to be rusty. Like, he's not going to come right back.
He's not going to come back and look like a well-oiled machine. I say
star break, he'll be back to his old self.
I was going to say that. I say by Valentine's Day, he'll look like himself by Valentine's Day. That's what I'm projecting. And then that'll give you like a nice, so if he's good by Valentine's Day, so if the Bulls can maintain their ship.
Like, wait, these guys figure out what works best. Mm-hmm. Right now is I say I like Kobe White on the bench. I'm not going to count him in this. It's between Io and Alex Caruso. It's like, who do you start there? Like, Io started the first 2 games so far. He looked shaky in the first one. Last one was a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. I
might go with Caruso. I don't know yet. I gotta see more.
My thing is, I say you have to look at your matchups, and you have to look and see. So. It might be Io sometimes. It might be Caruso. Like, I think that you just have to look and see who your opponent is. You just have to look and kind of match that energy. If you know that you need something heavily defensive, heavily like that, definitely start Caruso. If you can get away with a little bit more athleticism and finesse, definitely go with Io.
I think Caruso's the better player, but Io might match up better. Or for whatever reason they like Caruso with that second unit. Yeah. I just think he's the better.
And then Io has like he has like the advantage where like he's a big guard, like he's a big point guard. He's tall, he's big, so that tall point guard is kind of you can have the advantage over. Because what's Io about, like 6'5"? I want to say.
I forget, something like that though.
Yeah, he's a big guard, so like I mean he can kind of for somebody who's like 6'2", he can kind of.
You got to be more aggressive with it.
Yeah, he does. But I mean it's just year 2 for him, so he does got like.
It's go time. Like
he does got like.
You want to start, now's the time.
Come out that shell.
You got to come out now. We can't.
Yeah, come out that shell.
Yeah, now.
I liked our rookie though. I think that he looked.
I like him.
Yeah.
He's he might end up being better than all of them. Who knows?
He looked hungry. Like he looked hungry out there. I was like, okay.
He might be better than all these guys when it's all.
He looked hungry. I said, I like the way the rookie. And my thing is, I'm not mad if a rookie does something and makes a mistake, because it's like that's how you learn from it. Go out there and take the chance. If you fall short of what you were trying to do, you took a chance.
He's going to be out there with the secondary too, so it's not like he's going to be out there playing against the stars. Like with the second unit, so he'll be in his element. He can make his mistakes with it with that second unit.
But I think that
they got time a few more weeks to figure out Caruso or Io. It's really down to those because I don't see him starting the rookie. Kobe White fits better as a 6th man. Dragic, I think, is just too old. Like he just got old and shit overnight. But that's my feeling right now. And we frozen for a second. We gonna go.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, you're frozen, kid. So let's let
it go.
I said that. Let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
They just came back in. We got.
Yeah. Hi. Hello. No, but I was saying that it's I was saying that you just never like they're not gonna take it easy on you. In fact, they're going to take it even harder to you because they know that you are at a disadvantage because you don't have your floor general out there. So it's like, yeah, we going, and then you just gotta throw all your weapons. Okay, like you may have to rotate out. Okay, we may start Caruso and then we switch out and then we put Io. We might have to throw Goran a little bit, so you just have to, you gotta like whatever you gotta do to win. Get the W. That's the important thing. Get the W. What you gotta do to get the W. Get it. So
the window is this is really it. This is Michael Jackson. This is it this season. They window really to decide like what to do with this core. Like I said, Vooch, he's expiring. Kobe White's expiring. Io, like he's on a contract year. I'm not sure. I gotta check again. I think DeRozan can opt out. I don't know. It's like I gotta check that. I don't know. Does he decide he wants to go somewhere else? Like I think I think it is an opt out year for him. So really, this is this. Yeah, it's not. You don't have a long window. This is it.
Right.
If you come into the play-in team this year, it's like a lot. The team might look a lot different next season. So
exactly. Yeah.
This is really their year to like prove like Zach's year long term. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, because that guy's what he is. Zach ain't going.
Other guys, a lot of moving parts with his team. It's like,
And Zach is young, so Zach is in his prime now. So Zach is like, okay, I want to win a ring.
Yeah,
I want a ring.
The thing is like have Zach LaVine. Some of these other guys, you got to decide on sooner rather than later. Also has to decide on. Let's talk about Draymond Green. The Warriors.
Perfect segue. Speaking of money and contract years,
I didn't expect to go into all of this sports talk, but it just worked out that way because of the fucking Bears. Like led me down this road. But let's talk about Draymond. Yeah, if Draymond, it says he's taking a leave of absence from the Warriors right now. No surprise there. But if he is eventually let go by the Warriors, he has a future in boxing or MMA, I say, because did you watch the video? For those that don't know what I'm talking about,
I did. I watched it because, like, I just saw everybody in my timeline talking about it. So then, because I was doing other stuff when that was going on, and then once I had a moment to watch it, I was like, let me watch this video real quick.
In the Warriors practice,
TMZ,
Draymond Green and his Warriors teammate Jordan Poole, they had words. Like it was no audio. It's just you could see the two of them jaw jacking, and then Draymond gets in Poole's face. Poole shoves
him like, get off me.
Draymond just
sucker punches him
and drops him. He got him hard because he dropped
him.
I don't know if he knocked him unconscious because the video ends right after that. It's like, yeah. So
Marcus said
I don't know
Marcus said he folded like a lawn chair. That's what Marcus said. He folded like a chair.
I think he was unconscious. Like he got him on. He probably got him on the chin, and because he did drop immediately.
That was a but I feel like that was for a couple of things. Like here's my whole thing about all that. Him to sucker punch him, that was a punk move. It's like Jordan Poole is like 210 pounds. Like he's not that big.
Reminds what 6'8", like 240, something like that.
He's like 210, maybe 200. Like he's not that big. So it's like you hit this ganglion lanky guy and you knock him unconscious, possibly. And then the other side of that is how the hell did this even get out? Like you don't let
the Warriors are trying to get to the bottom of who
you don't let your family shit come out your house. Like, I mean, we all know that shit goes on behind closed doors. Like we saw the movie, like I'm gonna reference the movie. We saw Mulberry Blues. They was like Bleak and Shadow were going back and forth. But when they got on that stage, no one knew that they had beef.
I know that, because Shadow was mad about his money, and then Bleak was like, "It's my band.
It's my band." And then Bleak would like cut off his solos because Shadow
off because Shadow would be like taking extra time. It's like he cut him off. And Shadow would complain. He's like, "Hey, Giant, hey, he ripping us off. We need our paper and shit." So they both would always going at it. Yeah,
it was a lot, but it was a lot behind the scenes that they didn't play out on stage. And that's what you have to do if you are, because obviously we know tempers are going to flare. These are grown men with a lot of testosterone. These are grown men. So grown men are going to get into it.
Of course, the timeline had the jokes. It's like, well, like at least it happened with the Warriors because their coach knows a thing or two about getting knocked out by a teammate. Because back in the day, like Steve Kerr did get knocked out by Jordan, allegedly.
And then it's always that tongue in cheek, like Steve and Michael always like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? They both play coy about it. But Jordan did knock out Steve Kerr. We know it happened.
Like, so the Warriors, at least, like, they have experience with this. Like, there was
you know it happened, yeah. But, I mean, I just felt like that was, like, uncalled for. And then whoever leaked the video was like, why would you let that out? Like, you let your family shit out. Like, why would you do that? Yeah. And then to sell it to an outlet like TMZ, because TMZ is only going to pay, what, $50,000 maybe for it? So, like, you lost, like, your career for, like, $50,000.
Right, yeah.
Because it's like even if they don't like have like a culprit, like they're just gonna fire everybody. They are.
They don't figure it out. They know
nobody comes forward. Everybody just kind of stands there like Asa Pappy. Everybody just stands there like life and don't say nothing.
They're gonna figure it out because like everybody knows. I'm sure they got like security cameras there, so they're gonna see who had their phone out filming. They take to the bottom of this shit.
That's who was like this.
So okay, yeah, is that a phone? Like they're gonna figure it out. I think. And they might just quietly let that motherfucker go. Who knows? It's like it might already fired him just quietly. Who knows?
But you sold your stuff away for pennies, and you'll never get another job in there because no one's gonna trust you. So you'll never work again in the NBA. Never.
So going forward, how does Draymond Green and Jordan Poole continue to play together?
I say Jordan Poole got to get his lick back.
I said that. I say receipts is what we call that. Yeah, you got to get that. You
got to get your lick back.
Draymond would never see it coming either. I'm going. Yeah, he's gonna get him. Like when he least expect. Like I will let it die down and then just knock him out with this. Like, yeah.
Knock him out of the locker like you guys have like a big victory. Oh, just still like him going to the locker room.
Or do it on ring night. Yeah. Put the championship ring on and then just hit him in the mouth. And
hit him in the face.
That's when you least expect it. They get their rings on opening night. I'm doing it ring night. Like, yeah, like let's take a picture. 1, 2, 3.
I was gonna go too. I was like, get the champagne bottle and get the bottle. That might be too much. Don't use bottles, kids. Don't use bottles.
You wouldn't know. I put the ring on. Yeah, we did that shit. Yeah, boom. And I did that shit, motherfucker.
That was not cool. That was not cool. It wasn't. And Marcus and I, we delved in. We said we think we know where it was because Jordan Poole gonna get that paper. We were saying that Jordan Poole gonna get that money.
Because he all that time Steph and Clay were out. Like he
stepped the fuck up. He stepped up. He sure did. He stepped up.
A lot of time in between, like the championship years.
What was the little phrase that they had? Like he has his own little catchphrase, something with Poole. I can't remember what his little, but he has his own little, his own little catchphrase.
Yeah,
like how Zach LaVine is Flight A is ready for takeoff. Like he had his own little pool, chilling poolside. So it was something. He had his own little phrase. So he was the man. He did what he was supposed to have done, and he gonna get that money. And Draymond, unfortunately, if they give Jordan Poole that money, so you ain't gonna get that money. Yep. Who is gonna get that money?
Draymond's declining. Like Draymond's probably not gonna get the Warriors will probably take care of, but not like that though.
But not like Poole. Poole gonna get that bread.
Past his best years, but Poole is just coming.
He's gonna rise. Yeah. He's gonna get it, and it's. I think it's a little bit of like jealousy. That's what we think. We're like, yeah, that's what it's about. Extension year.
It boiled over just like in Mo Better Blues. Let's go back to that. It's like when Shadow, Bowen, Clark, that was the boiling point.
That was a boiling point.
They had been beefing up to that. That was the one that pushed them over the edge. Now they got
look, my bitch. Okay,
to a physical altercation. Yeah. Before they just would like have words. It's like
they just had words, but
Bowen
then
Clark is like, okay, now it's physical.
Now okay.
Shadow was still talking about, hey, like, what's up with our money? And then Bleak just decked him and shit like that. That's what it was.
You can't have sex with somebody's partner. You can't do that.
Well, Bleak brought that on himself.
Even though Bleak had other women, he had Indigo too. He was out there hectic.
That to himself. It's like,
and he did. But yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it was like a jealousy thing, and it just boiled over, like you said. It just tempers flare, and like in the basketball game, it's not like if you get in a fight, like in a club or like in a public setting like that, it's security around, so like you can kind of even before you see the fight happen, you can kind of like diffuse it before it happens.
That shit though.
But like with practice, you can't do that with practice. You can't.
About practice, not a game. We talking about practice.
Yeah, you can't do it with practice. You can't.
Shout out the legendary Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, 75 greatest. Talking about practice.
So that's what I think happened. And instead of like, how do you like Draymond doesn't seem to be the best at expressing his feelings, like verbally, he doesn't seem the best at it at times. So, well, I mean, this is a guy who kicked guys in the nuts too at the same. So, I mean, hey, he did kick dudes in the nuts. So
the nut kick was like,
because he would do the nut kick, and it was obvious we know what he was doing. Like he tried to be like, oh no, I wasn't. Yes, you did.
We have eyes. We saw you, bro.
Saw you aim for the scrotum area. We saw you aim for it and you kicked the people there.
Well,
but
we'll see how that plays out, that mess.
Yeah, with his leave. How long is he taking his leave for? Did he say?
I didn't see I don't think he gave a time. Like maybe he just sits out the rest of the preseason. He comes back for the season. I don't know. Maybe
this shit is a shambles. My thing, I just say at least my Bulls, aside from Lonzo being out, at least our Bulls ain't in shambles like that. Like Boston, like what they got going on in Boston, the Warriors now.
Crazy. Like the two final teams are both kind of a mess right now. That shit is crazy.
Don't keep.
That shit is definitely a mess right there, kid. So I don't know what the hell is going to happen with Draymond Green and punching Jordan Poole in the middle of practice. Keep getting all this frozen shit. I know the weather's changing, but it ain't that damn cold. I don't know what's up, kid. But that's the perfect time to shift gears right now. Speaking of Chicago, let's go into it. I got 3 words for you. White lives matter. Let's go right into it then. Perfect segue since we froze anyway. So sad that he thought I was bashful. Yeah. He ain't shy no more. Talking about the Kanye.
Mr. Yay. Or as he's called now, Yay.
I said the new album. They should just, I don't want to do the meme, but somebody do it because I don't want it. But the picture, because Kanye and Candace almost put the new picture of like with instead of niggers in Paris with the ER. That would be amazing, man. Niggers in Paris.
RDR. I can't with that. And here's my thing.
For those that don't know, so we up to the whole
you continue, yeah. I'll give my tidbit on that.
It's Fashion Week in Paris. He had his Yeezy show, and he debuted his newest item. Yeah, his shirt has Pope John Paul II on the front, and it got White Lives Matter on the back. And the controversial Candace Owens made an appearance. She was hanging out there with him. Like, yeah,
she was.
Photo and
her ass was
just
cheesing with it too. Never misses an opportunity to have people wagging their tails, but opportunists, and we know what that is. We know it is. I didn't react. I said, this is my first time reacting to this publicly because I didn't post about it. I didn't do anything about it.
I report the story on the radio, like so I do.
I've done nothing. I've gave no energy.
I just read the story, like what I said. Kanye West and Candace Owens. I just read it like real.
Right, because you have to. Because
I haven't given it an opinion yet, though. Yeah, I just read.
Right.
It on the air. Yeah.
Here's my opinion about people like that. People are all up in arms, and it's like you're doing exactly what they want you to do. They want you to get up in arms. They want you to react. They want you, I saw the memes that had like people put like the raccoons on their back instead of that, like calling them coons, like all that type of stuff. It's like, I'm not calling either one of them a coon. They're not. I'm not doing that. My thing that I say is they know how to hack the algorithm where it's like, no matter what,
especially Kanye,
no matter what, and she knows how to do it too, no matter what. If it's publicity, you're talking about, whether it be negative or positive, you're talking about me. That's what I want. You're talking about me. So if you just stop reacting, sometimes the best reaction is no reaction at all. If somebody is giving you all this stuff and expecting you to just go up and you just...
Y'all act like Kanye is new at this. Kanye been doing this for 20 years. George Bush
doesn't care about black people.
Kanye's always done shit like this. It's just you like the shit he was saying back then. That's all. He's always done shit like this.
He's always done something controversial. So my thing is stop reacting to it. Stop reacting. Don't give them the energy that they're so desperately seeking. If you stop giving people the energy that they're desperately seeking, like think about a child. Like I have 2 small kids. When they're doing the mommy, and as long as it's something that's not going to hurt them and they're not going, don't give them the energy. People are going to get bored with trying to get your attention if you just ignore them. They are. And they'll move on to something else. But my issue I have with Kanye, just period, about stuff like that is you could tell that honestly, he's just doing it just for the controversy, because you obviously don't feel like that, because in the very next breath, then you speak about how your white wife is trying to keep her black children from their black father. You spit out this black father shit, and it's like, but
I'm gonna talk about
you jump around too much. Like you do that.
I'm gonna talk about the Tucker Carlson Fox News interview.
You do the black father stuff. It's like, but what if somebody said, well, white fathers matter too? Like you do the black fathers matter, but it's like you do too much. Like you jump in.
Time with Kanye, like, well, everybody be all up in arms and like canceling, like first you can't cancel. He's uncancelable at this point. It's like because he's gonna do what the fuck he wants, like Kanye.
He's gonna do what he wants.
He's uncancelable at this point. Yeah. But I always want to get to the bottom of it. Okay, the why is what I want to know. It's like, so of course that's like what I wanted to hear. Like, so when he sat down with Tucker Carlson on Fox News, I got the notes. He talked about a lot of the why on there. So I'll break down some of the highlights. You check it out.
I did not.
Whole interview because Kanye fascinates me. I always say that.
I did not, because I'm like, I'm not giving energy to none of this crap.
I knew we were going to talk about it. That's why I watched it. He said his so-called friends and handlers told him his career be over if he supported Trump. He warned that he would be killed for wearing a red MAGA hat. He circled back to the MAGA hat on. And then when he asked about why wear a White Lives Matter shirt, he says, yeah, because they do. It's like, that's simply what he said. He said, it's like, how come it's okay for a white person to wear a Black Lives Matter shirt, but it's all you get up in arms if I wear a White Lives Matter shirt? Like Kanye, he pointed that out. And he said and then when people were attacking him online, he said BLM was a scam, which it's been a lot about that. Like the organization is like they've stolen millions and possibly.
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people steal money. I'll just leave it at that. And a lot of these organizations. Black and white. A lot of black and white organizations steal money. And I'll just leave it at that. That's what I'll say.
He talked about his ex-wife, of course, Kim, saying she's being pimped out by the fashion industry to sell sex, even though she's a successful businesswoman in a billionaire empire with black children. Like he went there, but they
so he does that. So race, he talks about the race when it's convenient, about like the whole black, keeping the black child away from their black father and like whatever.
He talked about when he bought the house right across from Kim, saying he was stalking. He was like, no, I just wanted to be near my kids. Like he talked about how it his father and mother broke. People never talk about Kanye's dad. Like you hear about Donda all the time. You hear very little about Kanye's dad. Mm-hmm. You saw a little bit of him in the his Yeezus, the documentary on that.
Mm-hmm. Very little bit.
He talked a little bit on this Tucker Carlson. He talked about how when they split, and then his father wanted to, because like Kanye was born in Atlanta but raised
right. He was born in the A, but then they moved here.
When his mom and him moved to Chicago. He said his father wanted to move, but like was talked out of it because of the whole stock. He compared it to that. It's like how like they told his father not to move to Chicago, like to be with because he said, I want to be close to my son. He said, I want to be close to my kids. It's like I wasn't trying to start Pete Davidson or nothing like that. I bought the house because I want to be by.
But directly across the street, that's a little much.
Telling you what he said.
I'm saying, but that's a little much. Like I get like, yeah, like even living in Los Angeles, anywhere in Los Angeles, you could live and be at your child's house within 30 minutes. Well, maybe not LA, because LA traffic, I don't like LA traffic is a little sus. But you know what I'm saying? If somebody moved to Chicago and then somebody moved in a south suburb of Chicago and was like 30 minutes, like you could get there in 30 minutes. You see what I mean? That's still relatively close, being 30 minutes away from your child. You could still get there in and out. But being like in a whole different like part of the country, that's, you know, like Atlanta and Chicago, that's a big, you know, you're not going to see your kid every day. You're just not going to see them or even every weekend. You're just
probably why we don't hear about Kanye's dad because of that.
Right. That's just not. So, I mean, I get that part, but directly across the street, you can tell us that it's not, that's a little much. That's a little extreme. So you can see exactly what she's doing. Who's that guy coming in your house? You could do shit like that. I saw somebody come in your house. Who's that? You could do that.
You knew the guy was Pete Davidson. I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Well, she not with him now. She got a new man now. So it's like
we got the house. We knew who the guy was. It was Skeet.
Who that is?
Skeet.
You know, you could do that, and it's just a little bit creepy to just. I mean, to me personally, I think it is a little creepy. I mean, you want to keep a divorce is like. I mean. We don't know about that because our parents never divorced and everything like that. So like, we don't know what it's like being a child of a divorced parent. We don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
And I can imagine it's a big adjustment because now instead of being in one house, you go to two houses. And it's like, you got to split your time between your parents and you don't want one parent to feel slighted against the other. And you want each parent to feel equally loved. And the main thing is that even though you guys have differences, you need to come together and co-parent this child because you created not one, not two, not three. You guys got 4 kids. Y'all got a lot of kids. North is only
typically like the mother is usually the custodial parent in these situations, which is why it's good if the father is nearby because like the kids are going to be with the mother all the time anyway. So
nearby, 15 minutes. Dry your house in 15 minutes. That's nearby. 10 minutes is nearby. Well, something that's less than 30 minutes is nearby to me. Anything less than 30 minutes is nearby.
I wanted it to be closer than that, apparently.
But that's that's a bit much. That's a bit much. I can't G for that. But and the fact that like you made like some of like the remarks that you would say about her and like you would build her up and then tear it. Like, I mean, it just I don't like when guys, like after you break up with somebody, it's like you were in love with me and all this. And like when we broke up, now it's like I'm a whore and like, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm like all these bad things, but I wasn't that when we was together. Like I don't like when people do that. Guys and girls, I don't like when people like, or like when women break up with guys, he has a little dick. What? You didn't say he had that when y'all was together. So I mean, what is it?
why he respects Candace Owens, and like he mentioned Russell Brand for some reason in this too. I guess like I got to check out some of Russell's stuff. He seems like a wild motherfucker too. So yeah, he said he respects.
I mean,
like,
Give Him to the Greek was that was Russell Brand being Russell Brand.
He respects Candace Owens and Russell Brand because they're unafraid to speak their minds and go against the mainstream narrative. I get like why Kanye would like. I get why he likes Trump, like because of that. He likes people that go against the grain, like Kanye.
That go against the grain. But here's the thing about all those people have. Well, I say aside from Russell Brand, I don't know much about his brand, pun intended. I don't know much about him, but I know about Trump and I know about Candace Owens. And the thing that strikes me interesting about both of them is that before they really delved into what they are known as, like Trump via MAGA, Candace via Black conservative, before they delved into that, they were just pretty much regular people. They were just regular as hell. But then once they found that niche that, okay, I got these people too. So then it's like you lean into it. Same thing, recipes with Kevin Samuels. Like he was just regular guy giving relationship advice. Then once he found like, okay, this mean shit where I tear down women, this works. I'm gonna jump into it more.
Into that and shit, yeah.
And that's where it is with people like that. But my thing is, yes, once you decide what your bread and butter is and you lean into it, now you gotta stick with that. And that's what you gotta do. That's what you have to be. And you can't also, really
to a lesser extent, back in the day, Howard Stern did that.
Yeah, you can't really deviate from it.
Lesbian like shock jock. He said
lesbian shock jock, yeah.
That shit is like, yeah, like
porn star is swallowing she wasn't a porn, but she was swallowing kill pasta or whatever.
Yeah, he's like once he discovered that shit is like, yeah. Before that, he was just regular jock.
Regular dude.
Once he said, yeah, okay, let's lean more into that shit. It's like people
exotic stuff. Like let's do it like very sexual.
Let's lean into it. Yeah. It's like
and that's what it is. That's the danger of it. Because once you lean into that and you try to, because no person is 100% anything. Like Candace, I don't know if you're going to hear her pocket, but Candace, if you do try to lean and say like she always like leans on she's so conservative. She's so conservative. I'm conservative about some things. I am. I'm not going like some stuff. You may look at me and call me like I've been called a bougie Negro. I've been called that. I have. And I don't care because I like certain things. I'm not going to change who I am. But then in the next breath, when this like me and Candace related on this, when the Super Bowl show came in, dun, 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 I was dancing to the Dodgers. I was hitting it. My kids found out who I was that day. I was rapping all the lyrics to the song. They found out who I was. But it's like, and that's what she did because like her conservative following, their heads exploded because when she did that tweet saying that the Super Bowl show was iconic, and she was like going because she really enjoyed the Super people. That filthy people like how dare you like that stuff? They had a fit, but she hasn't circled back to that yet because she saw how her true following like they was like nah, that ain't it. That ain't it, no. And then she hasn't circled.
Says she likes a Cardi B performance. That's what my head will explode.
I'm talking wop wop wop.
That's her nemesis. So you like I'm still waiting for the verses. Candace Owens versus Cardi B. I'm waiting for the verses. That's all I'm waiting on.
I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me tell you, I got this ring.
I'm still waiting on the verses from those two.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. Like I said, once you lean that way, then it's kind of like you have to like stay in that boat. So now it's like, okay.
Kanye's industry homies, they like this might be the one where Kanye is uncancelable at this point, like I said, but it's the one where a lot of his people that stayed quiet are like pushing back, like Diddy and him and them, and Kanye posted like the conversation.
He posted his text messages.
Yes. And Diddy had card words because Diddy said something on the Breakfast Club about him, and so Kanye was like, "Hey, that's some bullshit." And then they went back and forth like and Diddy and Kanye posted the conversation.
Here's my thing about Diddy and Kanye their conversation. That's above my pay grade. Those are two billionaires arguing. That's above my pay grade. I don't give a shit about y'all arguing. That ain't my pay grade. Y'all are billionaires.
And then not Talib, Mos Def wore he had the White Lives Matter.
The White Lives Matter.
He blacked out the V. Yeah, White Lives Matter. Yeah, it is like So. Is because like I said, Black Star, like Kanye, he started out with quality, like early in his career. But they've been beefing for years.
Yeah,
like Kanye and Kweli, they fell out along.
Yeah, they split. Yeah, it was But they're having their struggle with things. But another plot twist that people are saying, is this a plot twist about so now it's like Kanye with the whole Adidas, like Adidas is reconsidering their deal now with Kanye.
They're trying to get out of that deal.
And that's what they said. They said they do on purpose.
Gap deal. Him and the Gap are no longer partners. He been beefing with the Gap for a while. So but Adidas, that's the big one. It's like the
Yeezys.
Yeezys is like
that's the bread and butter right there.
Anybody that knows anything about sneakers, it's Jordans.
Jordans, Yeezys.
Yeezys above all. Like name your favorite player. Like Yeezys outsell all them. Like LeBron, Kyrie, KD, all of these guys. Steph Curry, the late Kobe Bryant, like Yeezy outsells all of that shit. It's like like the only one outsells Yeezy is Jordan, obviously.
Jordan is
Yeezy, and then those
untouchable. The Jordan is going to forever be synonymous with
Jordan
shoes.
Started this sneaker culture shit. That's why. Before that, like cats were kind of into shoes, but like Jordan made it a thing.
People had their little Converse or whatever.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor.
Pumas.
Coast cats wore they shell toes. It's like the
Adidas,
the Jordan made this a thing.
So those were the three, like the Chucks, the shell toe Adidas, and then the Pumas, the suede Pumas. Maybe like those three.
I had a pair back then.
You had a pair of suede, but those were nice. They were really nice.
Well, you stole them in Inglewood.
Yeah, someone stole them. Yeah,
I didn't park, damn it. But that's
a whole nother story. They stole your shoes. I remember that.
Not off my feet for those thinking I got jacked. No, I took them off, and like when I came back, they were gone. So
it was gone.
I don't think I got shoes snatched off his feet. I ain't the one. Try that now. I'm trying to see something.
But that's the plot twist. They're like, what if this is all a ploy because Kanye trying to get out this deal? And how do I get you out my deal?
White Lives Matter.
White Lives Matter. How do I get out my deal?
Adidas, like, is it that bomb dire? Like, would you end your partnership with Kanye over this? Because, like, really is like, who else
besides Adidas?
It's like,
besides Yeezys.
We from Chicago. I don't see cats rocking D Roses. That's all I'm saying. It's like it's like nobody's wearing Adidas but Kanye.
Or who else has Adidas? Oh, Damian Lillard is with Adidas.
I've never seen anybody with a pair.
Is it Harden with Adidas? I think.
Is he? Like I said, I don't even know. That's how little.
I'm trying to think all the players like offhand that are with Adidas.
Rose the first one. I was like, I'm from Chicago. I've never seen anybody with D Roses. I see Jordans. I see Yeezys. I don't see D Roses. So like, nobody rocking no D.
I even see some like Marcus just bought some LeBrons. I even see LeBrons, but yeah.
None of those are Adidas, by the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I've even seen the Under Armour with Steph Curry. Once again, a non-Adidas shoe. Like, I don't see nobody in Adidas but Yeezy. So is this big enough to end the partnership from Adidas's end? I don't know. Like, I guess we'll find out as they.
My thing is like, are you willing to accept the unpredictability that is Kanye or Ye West? Are you going to accept all that because Kanye is Kanye? He's unpredictable. He's a storm. Like here's a versus I want to see. I want to see Kanye and Dennis Rodman in the same room. That's what I want to see for my entertainment because they're both like
Kanye never been to North Korea. Dennis might take that way.
Well, he did side up against Trump and he sided with Kim Jong-un. So I mean, hey, which one?
With Kim Jong-un, damn it, Dennis.
And then he hung up with Trump. So I mean, that's
Kanye was in the Oval Office. Like, from the south side of Chicago to the Oval Office or something. It's like,
that's two sides of the same coin right there. But I mean, I like to see, and then they both bad the hot white chicks of the day. Because like Dennis was with Carmen Electra, he's with Kim Kardashian. So yeah, so hey, I think it works. I mean, I would want to see them. That's the versus I want to see. Make it happen.
Yeah. And Kanye, he's back on Twitter now because I guess Instagram,
Instagram froze him out.
So he hit up because him and Elon Musk are friends, and he hit up his homie Elon, who's apparently buying, because on again, off again, now it's on again. It looks like he's buying Twitter again. Now, He tried to get out of this shit because like I think he looked at the numbers and saw
the
the
math wasn't mathing.
Worth 44 billion, so he tried to get out of it, but I guess he couldn't. So now he's buying it again. Now it looks like because he couldn't get out of the deal.
Money just rich the rich problems right there.
This company's only worth 40 billion, not 44. I
have $40 billion I can spend on a company.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
The company's only worth 34 billion and not 44 billion.
Not 44 billion.
I don't want to buy.
I lose 10 billion. I can't get my private jet. I can't get my yacht.
Therefore, I don't want it anymore.
I want another yacht, damn it. I want the rocket to go to space, damn it.
The SpaceX, damn it, let's go. But yeah, that's who Kanye hangs out with, people like that.
Problems.
So he's back on Twitter and like and ironically the last post he had is was when he was during the 2020 election. So it was like during that, like right because when he was running for president, we everybody forgot about that. And guess what his first post was when he came back to Twitter? Kanye for 2024 was the very so it's Kanye. Is he back in politics now? Kanye should run. It's like he got time this time. He should run.
It's gonna be a real shit show. Who is gonna run 2024? It's like no.
On either side, Biden. I don't see Biden running for a second.
No, he'll be like 99 years old by then. Like no,
I don't see him going. He said he's going to go for a second. He's not. No, he's not.
You can be 90 years old when the term ends. You can be a 90-year-old president. No.
And like on the other side is like on the Republican side. I don't like Trump hasn't said he's running again. So who knows? Like with all of the Mar-a-Lago and all of that shit is like I'm
trying to shake that Mar-a-Lago shit. So he worried about his freedom right now.
And saying DeSantis is like he's getting some traction. Like, but then after the
Florida shit.
The shit when he sent the fucking
it's Texas, yeah. Who's that in Florida?
No, that's DeSantis. DeSantis is Florida.
It's Florida. Okay, that is right. Okay, I did
the migrants to send them to
Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, Martha's Vineyard. Thank you.
And then he did the Disney
pushback over that shit. Is like
the Disney World shit. Something went on with Disney World too.
I forgot what happened with Disney. I gotta look at that one.
It was something like with the taxes, like something with the taxes.
Oh yeah. That was a story. I forgot about
those taxes. Yeah, with Disney.
Yeah, that was a story.
Yep, the taxes.
So like I don't know who's going. It's Kanye might be the guy, and I don't even know who's going. Kanye might, because I don't know who's going to be on either side at this point.
This is a hot mess. This is the episode where they joked about on The Simpsons where they had like Ralph running and then they voted for Ralph for president. I think right now I'll probably vote for Ralph Wiggum now. I think I'm at that point where I vote for Ralph.
I'll vote for Pedro. That's what I'm voting. My Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, I vote for Ralph at this point.
All right, we got a lot because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I talked a lot about Kanye because there's a lot with that.
Yeah.
Did you watch like what's he talking about voting and everything? Have you watched the foolishness with the no voting, no fucking? Did you see that?
What? Wait, what?
I'm pulling the video.
Wait, what?
You know, like it already sounds ridiculous. You're going,
Wait, what?
I'm only gonna play a little bit of this shit because of music.
No, it doesn't get strike.
Music rights and shit, but let me look this shit up. Like
we do not own the rights. We do not own the rights. We do not own the rights. Say that over and over.
At all. I'm just gonna play a little bit of this shit. Let's find it. Where's the no voting, no fucking video? I gotta
wait. That sounds. What's this like Chirac when they was like if you
That's
kill?
That's what I thought of. It's like the real life Chirac. It's like
you kill, you ain't getting none of this. What? Wait, what?
Real life version of Chirac is like
That's the first thing that popped in my head. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but hey, I don't know.
I found it. I found it. I don't know how, but they found me.
Let me see this foolishness.
Let me mute it first, like so I can get it set up. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm preparing myself.
We're not gonna watch much of this shit. Who knows? We might end up watching the whole thing to see what happens.
I don't think I want to watch it.
Hell knows. But I said I gotta play this for the kid. I'm surprised you didn't hear about this foolishness, but I have my thoughts about it once I play it. Let me. All right, here we are. Saucy Santana featuring Trina. No voting, no vote. So I spelled it fucking. No voting, no fucking. Let's play this shit.
Yeah. Trey Tracks, I think we got one.
This nigga.
It's voting season, bruh.
No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking.
That's enough to Hook. We didn't got to go into the verse. Hook is look at this nigga.
One question: why? Why? Why?
That's what. Is that what you think?
Why?
That's what you think about black people. Like, in 2020, it was get your booties to the poll, like the strip. Now it's no voting, no fucking. You don't see that with any other group. It's like, yeah, where's the Latin version of that shit? Yeah, where's the Asian version? Where's the country version of that shit? It's like, that's all I'm saying.
Everything doesn't have to be sexualized. Everything doesn't have to be.
I'm just
no. Just no. No.
Bullshit. That's all I want.
Hard no. I hard no. Like, you can call me what you want to call me. Like I say, you may say I'm being bougie again.
What's funny in the comments? Trash. Like half the comments are like in favor of that shit.
That shit is trash.
Slaps, man. Like, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. The song is not good. It's trashy. So then when your kids are singing no voting, no, but when your kids are singing that, you want to be mad. But you let them watch that filth. Like, you let them do that. Like, no, that's
y'all just turned the Chirac plot into like a real life thing.
I can't. That's so God.
Y'all made the plot of Chirac real. And shit.
We keep on saying every time we try to go forward, we get rolled back. We roll back. Roll on back. Like,
all I'm saying is, like, I don't. Where's the country artist doing that shit? Like, where's the? I don't see Blake Shelton doing the shit. I don't see with the Latin version. I don't see Bad Bunny doing that shit.
Bad Bunny.
Hey, where's the Latin version of that? I can't even name an Asian artist. I don't see that Asian version of that shit. It's like, yeah, I'm just.
Only I can think of is Jay. Y'all gonna learn Chinese.
Yeah. He was kind of a Negro, so.
That's just so trash.
Yeah, why is the lowest? Why is it hip hop and sex is like the way to get our?
And my thing is, see, that's why whatchamacallit was the right blend of stuff. Barack Obama, whether you liked him or not, he had the right balance because he had the cool swag where he played basketball, he could hit, he had the nice jump shot, but then he was a Harvard man. When Barack talked, he was like, yes, I'm from Harvard, like Barack had the right balance where he had the swag, but he had the intelligence too. He had the right balance. But that crap right there, no, that
shit is wild, man. Saucy Santana and Trina.
that's a thumbs down for me. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I won't be rocking that. I won't be rocking that.
I don't even want to play all of it. I said let's play part of the hook just so you can see it and give me your honest opinion on the shit. But that's it. That's enough. Yeah, we're not playing all that.
Let me see my honest opinion.
As we move on from that tomfoolery, let's stay in politics for a couple more minutes. Talking about Barack's former running mate and his and current president Joe Biden. You saw that he's pardoning people convicted of simple weed possession.
I heard that.
Federal law on the federal level. Like a lot of states have already done this, but he's doing it across the board. So
yeah,
it's
across the board.
It's kind of saying decriminalizing on the federal level, which I said, like, if you're not going to legalize it, at least decriminalize the shit. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
It's like, so if somebody gets caught with some weed, it's like they won't go to jail and shit. Like,
right, that's stupid.
Like, yeah, get right to a ticket and send you on your way. It's like, yeah, but you're not going to get arrested for the shit. It's like, yeah. So at least that is like, yeah, they're doing that.
Your little joint down the toilet.
Yeah, it's like confiscation of weed, write you a ticket. That's
it.
Like, just like you said, the only exceptions are like if you push
you moving weight. You moving weight.
you're pushing weight. It's like, yeah, the pardon doesn't cover conviction possession of other drugs. So like I would say, so crack and like fentanyl, like all of that shit is like, yeah, you still going to that. Cocaine,
Okay.
still going to jail for that shit.
You Tony Montana with cocaine.
Yes, or charges relating to producing or possessing marijuana with intent to distribute. Like I said, if you caught with like you get caught with bales of that shit in your crib. It's like,
we were watching some documentary on Netflix. I forgot what it was. It was like some guy, he had like 200,000 pounds of weed or something.
Yeah, see, that's not personal weed. You're not gonna smoke. Nobody's gonna smoke
200,000 pounds. So like a bar. Yeah.
Nobody is smoking that much. That's cool. That's
like, damn, 200,000 pounds of weed. Like, damn.
That's clearly you intent to distribute that shit.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't be a distributor, a pharmaceutical distributor. You can't distribute.
Yeah, it also doesn't cover. Yeah, so if you were here illegal, so if you like, yeah, if you cross the border and was selling, yeah, you still going to jail for that shit.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm for it. I mean, that should,
is the right thing.
It is the right thing to do.
The 94 crime bill is like, so yeah, this is like reverses that.
This is a make good.
That imprisoned a lot of cats. Is like that.
Yeah,
like,
this is a make good. So
this cat's still sit in jail now, even though
25 years later.
They got convicted of that shit and like, yeah, and you still sitting in jail, even though weed might be legal in your state, but you still sit because of that crime, but you still sitting in jail for selling some shit that's legal now and shit. It's like,
exactly.
So yeah, there it is. Yeah. So
I agree with that. So I mean, it's good that he is trying to do like we said, make good basically. So I mean, I'm for it. And we all grow. We all grow. We all do.
And finally, sad news. I know you heard about this one. We're gonna talk about one of your favorite couples, Tia Mowry, Corey Hardrick, filing for divorce.
I thought you were gonna say Tom Brady and Giselle. No, I'm kidding.
Them too.
And Miguel and his wife. It came in threes this week. I'm like, damn. Because three of them all on the same day was like, oh, they're getting divorced. They're talking
Who's the third one?
Miguel and his wife.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, they've been going through it for a while. They finally filed. Yeah, they
filed again.
On bad terms for a while. Now they finally.
They had filed like a year ago, and then they reconciled, and it's back off now. So they're back off again. But Tia and like I said, the Giselle and Tom Brady, and then Miguel and his wife.
Let's talk about Tom Brady and Giselle first, like because this one, I believe, happened because Tom Brady decided he wanted to still.
Yeah, he wants to go back to football.
Because like after he announced his retirement, like she probably was okay, fine, it's over. Like
finally,
yeah. And then he reneged to the last piece. Okay, I can't do this shit.
I can't do this. Marcus was like, she's been trying to get him to retire for 5 years. She's been trying to get him to retire for 5 years.
That way, when he announced it, and she probably was like, yeah. And then when he decided to go back, I think he just went back he wanted the farewell tour. That's what, because he just kind of announced his retirement after they got
retiring of this season.
Like,
no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like she said, I can't do this. She said, I can't do this.
It's like, yeah, with Tom Brady and Giselle, she's like, okay, yeah, like, fuck it. go die on the field. I'm done. It's like,
but Tom is one, he's 45. Like, Mark's like, this is unheard of. He's 45 years old and still playing like football. You're 45.
He said it, but I don't know if he was joking or not. He said he wants to play till he's 50. I don't know if he's joking or not. But
he probably will.
He said that shit though, yeah. he might go for it. Who knows?
He might
go for 50. He did say that at one point.
So they were on the outs. Like they've been, it's been issues with them, and then Miguel and his wife has been issues with them. But Tia and Corey, that was shocking because but then, like we said, on the surface, you don't know what goes on beneath the surface with people. You never know. Because I mean, I follow her TikTok, I follow her, her social media stuff. And
has he been in any of the videos recently?
They recently went on a trip. This summer, they did like a family vacation, like I think in Italy or something like that.
A few weeks ago, then,
like in maybe like July or August. Like it was like fairly recent. It was like in summer. Yeah, it was just this summer, so it wasn't that long ago where they were like in Italy.
It's like a few weeks ago they were still having family vacations.
So I mean, we don't know what happened. It's just like it came, and I mean, I know why Tia did the way she did because she wanted to take control of the narrative. So because we know how TMZ and stuff like that works, because obviously when you file for divorce, that's a public document. So the second that somebody sees you going in a courthouse, what's she doing going to courthouse? Then their report can run. Well, why was Tia Mowry in here? And then they give you the
spies everywhere too. You saw how they rolled up on Nia Long and her son like the other day. Like, yeah, she was just walking in the car and they said, yeah. What about email? She didn't answer it, of course. She just got in her car and drove away.
Just drove off, yeah.
She was like, I'm not answering that shit.
I'm not answering that. Yeah, I'm not answering that.
Yeah. But they got spies everywhere. Too.
That's what they do. So like as soon as like you can't even file, because like I said, the second they see you walking there, whether it's for bankruptcy, divorce, marriage, they will go and they will find out what so-and-so filed bankruptcy, so-and-so filed for divorce, so-and-so's getting married. It's like they know all your business. So that's why she took the narrative. As soon as she probably left the courthouse, she had her Instagram post ready and was like, send. So she could control the narrative saying that, hey, after 14 years of marriage, we've decided to separate.
We still gonna do what's best for our children. Yeah, like we'll always be friends. Like,
but they have gorgeous children. They have an 11 and a 4-year-old, so they have 2 gorgeous children. They've been together like 20 years, really. They've been together 20, but they've been married like 14. Yeah. So I mean, I was just shocked, but I honestly think, like I said, I've been like, I actually just celebrated my 9 years of marriage. I've been married 9 years now. It goes by quick. When you're having a good time, it does go by quick. 9 years went by super fast for me. But when you've been with somebody for a long time, especially they were like early 20s when they first started dating. Now they're in their 40s.
Yeah.
A lot can change in that time frame, and you can honestly just drift apart. You can.
You can change as a person during that time.
Yeah, because like, are you the same person you were 20 years ago? No. I know I'm not. I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. But it's like, I think honestly, that's what happened. They just honestly drifted apart because just looking, I don't know them personally, but just looking at their personalities, Tia, it's like, she's not afraid to be like quirky and goofy and silly. And, she's like, I have a nerd side, she's like really that. And Corey's really like reserved. He's really laid back, So I mean, they just
he played on The Shy a couple of seasons ago, and his character kind of out there. I won't do any spoilers, but hope his character, he wasn't like his character. It wasn't real life. It's like
method acting.
Method acting. The character was like something else.
But yeah, I think they honestly just drifted apart because people were trying to say try and make up. Is it cheating? Like, everybody doesn't divorce because of cheating. Everything isn't about cheating. Everything
I saw, especially from the women, is like, of course, with the women, like, hey, what did he do? Like, yeah, who says he did something? That's like, who says it's Corey's fault? It's like, yeah,
yes, okay.
That's my timeline for like, what did he do?
What did he do? A big thing about relationships, when a lot of relationships end, obviously, is infidelity and financial. Those are 2 huge reasons. Infidelity and financial. Those are 2 huge reasons. But then sometimes it's just you guys just honestly just grow apart. Especially, like I said, when you see couples who've been together 20, 30 years and they suddenly want to divorce after that long together, you guys probably just eventually and you just kept on going that way. And it's hard to find your way back to one another, but the hope there is that maybe they'll find their way back to each other, because somebody announces divorce, we see people call off divorces all the time. Sylvester Stallone and his wife just called their divorce off.
Ray J and Princess Love are still together. So they done filed like twice for divorce, and they still married. They never finalized it.
Cardi B and Offset filed twice, and they had a baby. They got back together and had a baby. So
just like a couple filed to stay together. Like Ray J's wife they were on a whole show about their divorce. On the couples therapy, whatever that show, they were on a whole show like talking about their divorce, reality show. If you have a reality show about your divorce, that's saying something.
Yeah, that's a lot. But I think honestly they just grew apart. And
couples retreat. I forgot that. I think that's the show.
Yeah, couples retreat. And I'm hoping that my thing is just don't get nasty. You guys have minor children, so you guys their little one is 4, so you got at least 14 years to be around. You got at least 14 years to be around one another. So you gotta be civil. You can't be no nastiness, no, you brought that bitch. Now you can't see your kid. Like, you can't do the vindictive stuff.
One of them starts dating, because that's
you brought that dude. You can't see it. I ain't coming around. You got that dude around my kid.
And both of them are young too. It's like, not like you old. It's like, you young. Like, you're not saying that old people don't have sex, but like you're young. You're gonna want to get it in. So like, so like if one or both of them starts dating somebody else, like hopefully it doesn't turn nasty.
It doesn't turn nasty.
But that's it. It's not another damn.
Wishing them the best. Wishing them the best. Find your way back to here. We need you guys. Black love. Yes.
Episode 280. Definitely appreciate you supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to support us further? You know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Talk with Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how to get at me.
And you can check me out at MSIMAH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, STR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, STR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.